Right. So welcome everybody to our opening night for March 2024 exam night for the ICAG program. And it's part of what we do every year. Normally for the start of every of our tuition program, it is our plight or our guest opportunity to welcome every student onto our tuition program and tell them what is expected of them and what we also have for them in order for us to have a smooth sailing. So basically, that is the aim of this exercise, and I welcome all of you to this exciting session. So as a way of reminder, the first thing I will normally do is to take you through our program for the March 2024 night. Specifically, we look at our programs. Obviously, we expect to start our program from the 4th of December, that is tomorrow. And our fee schedule is obviously that our level 3 programs go for 660 cedi. And then obviously our level 2 program goes for 560 cedi. And then our level 1 program goes for 460. But obviously we have a discount program. And obviously our discount program is for student registering for 3 or more papers, having a discount of 10%. For level 1, they normally will get a discount of 30% for each single paper registered. So basically that is our program. Okay, so Mike, I will quickly ask you to get our modular flyer, okay? It's not part of your flyers you have to display. So kindly look for the modular flyer because I'm sure colleagues will be looking for that. Is that okay? So kindly get the modular flyer as part of our flyers. Then the timetable, obviously, in terms of our timetable, we have a weekend and weekday program, which is obviously running together. So those who want the weekend program, those who want the weekday program, obviously you can switch between the two. But due to time constraints, we normally insist that students who join the session are made to join both sessions, that is both the weekend and weekday, so that we can be able to finish the night very fast, because time is a limiting factor. Because of the short duration, we are normally forced to move as quick as possible, finish the tuition program so that colleagues can have the opportunity to do revision. So basically that is normally one of the essential factors that guides our decision. We obviously will make it in such a way that we are able to finish the syllabus in time so that colleagues can have the opportunity to revise, obviously, before the usual intervention is normally conducted. I believe we can all understand that. So that is for our tuition. Mike, if you can get me the timetable, I will be glad. Just click on the timetable so that I can discuss that quickly. Your screen is not showing. I can't see your screen. Good. So that is so the timetable is obvious. So we have for those doing level 3 strategic case studies, normally on Mondays and Sundays. So the timetable has been put together for all 3 levels. So be it level 2, be it level 3 or level 1, it runs together. So if you are doing case study or PSA or introduction to man accounting, you normally have these 2 schedules to follow. For the weekday, you have a Monday session, and for a weekend, you have a Sunday session. So the 2 or the 3 papers for all the 3 levels will run together at the same specific time. So if it's a weekday, we have it on Monday. If it is a weekend, it will be on Sunday. Basically, that is it. Okay. So if it is on Tuesday, or you can talk about the other papers like auditing, advanced auditing. Okay. Okay. So if it is on the level 3 program and then level 2 and then level 1, if it is auditing, advanced auditing, man accounting, and then the business and corporate law, they all fall on weekdays. That's Tuesday, and then Saturday on the weekend schedules. So basically, you can see that. I'm sure most of you who have studied our programs will see the way it works exactly. So if you are going for advanced tax, FR, and financial accounting, then for weekday you are looking at Wednesday, and for weekend you are looking at Saturday exactly. So basically, that's how it normally runs. For level 3 CR also, Thursday, FM Thursday, business management information system Thursday for weekday. If it is a weekend, you have it on Saturday. Exactly. So basically, that is how it runs for our usual tuition program. Is that okay? So I will discuss the usual thing, then later I will be making some exceptions or some of the few changes that may be brought to bear on this program. Is that okay? And normally for our principles of tax and audit and assurance, exactly, and all level 1 programs, we are normally doing those subjects strictly online. We don't run an in-person lecture for level 1 or principles of tax and audit and assurance. Those subjects are strictly online, and we have no in-person arrangement for such papers. And that is the future. Obviously, all papers will soon be moved to online, because obviously we have a computer-based exam coming up, part of our future new syllabus. So basically, we will expect that most of our tuition move online in line with the trend. Is that okay? So basically, everyone should get that and adjust accordingly. Exactly. So that's for our tuition program for the diet. So for those who have written the paper before, as I'm saying, my audience are both those who are coming in for the first time and those who may obviously have been with us for some time now. So this is the program for the normal tuition that runs, and we expect this to run till February. And this time around, our expectation is that our tuition program obviously will end on the 18th of February, because we want to make sure that tuition is ended and there's a full week of students having time for themselves before intervention. So we expect to finish our tuition program by February 18th, which is very, very, very tight schedule. I must admit. So as we expect that tuition should end latest by February 18th, because the likelihood is that exam is obviously going to either start either on the 4th or the 11th of March. There will be a decision on that, obviously, by the institute. Exactly. Either exams may either be from the 4th or from the 11th of March. Whichever the option is, the institute will decide. Are we clear? But our tuition program is likely, very likely, to end on the 18th of February, making time enough for students to do their personal revision before we come in with our revision program. So please take note of that. We expect tuition to run exactly to the 18th of February. That should be our last day of tuition. So we have a lot of things to do to make sure we achieve this specific date of delivery. Is that okay? So that is very important, so that everybody have this in mind, so that we can all work together to achieve it. Is that clear? So that is for our tuition program. As we said, tuition begins from tomorrow, but we expect to finish everything by 18th of February. Is that okay? So that's very much an important date everyone should keep in mind. For exams, we may not be very certain on the day of exam, because normally exam should be the first Monday in March, but due to the holiday, that is 6th of March, there may be a change. Whatever it is, if it is starting from the 5th of March or from the, what do you call it? So sorry, from the 4th of March or from the 11th of March, we have no control over that. So kindly take note of that. Either exam starts from the 4th or from the 11th, we have no problem with that, because we expect that our tuition program should end by the 18th, well in advance for the start of the exam. because depending on the start of the exam, pre-scene, especially for those writing level 3 strategic case study, pre-scene information will have to come 2 weeks before the exam. And we are hoping and expect that we can finish all our tuition program, exactly, a whole 3 weeks or more before the exam, so that if there will be revision, we can have time and plan it properly. Is that okay? So that is our agenda for this particular day. And I will emphasize it, tuition ends on the 18th of February. Exactly. So Mike, if we can move on to our modular program. So for those who are, especially for our students who may be resitting, exactly, or may have a paper to re-attempt again, obviously due to not scoring the pass mark, exactly, we expect them to join our modular program. Mostly our modular programs are recommended for students who score mostly from 35 upwards. We don't recommend it for students who have scored below 35. Obviously, because most times when a student scores below 35, it is obviously an acceptable understanding that the student has not grasped the technical issues clearly. There's a deficiency that must be dealt with. Is that clear? So anything above 35, you are suitable for a modular program. And the modular, normally, students will have an arrangement where the previous videos that pertains to their class in the previous diet, they will access it for free to use for their revision. And obviously, the intervention videos of the previous diet will be given to them to use for practice. Then in addition to that, we are going to have, okay, we are going to have an addition, exactly. In addition to that, we are going to add on, exactly, a weekly revision to it. Exactly. There will be a weekly revision class to it. Exactly. So this is the itinerary for the weekly revision class. So for strategic case study, PSA, 6 p.m. every Sundays. We have the same for CR and FR, same time. Advanced tax, FM, same time. Auditing, man, accounting, and principles of time, same time. Exactly. So this is the itinerary for the modular program. And the expectation is that our modular programs begins from the 15th of December. Obviously, we want to start as early as possible to ensure that we get everyone in the mode of seriousness, exactly, towards our March exams, exactly. So basically, that is our tuition program specifically for the March diet. We've discussed the tuition, we've discussed the modular, so we are meeting all expectations. For those who may want to attempt first time, you go for tuition. Those that have not been able to cross the benchmark of 50 marks and are trying to rewrite the paper, obviously you are going for the modular to help you prepare. And I've set the tone that we expect that those who will join the modular should be students, obviously, who have some basic technical knowledge of the subject and want more revision. Is that okay? So normally that is done weekly. We solve questions together, discuss some technical issues together, build our speed and all of manner of rehearsals to prepare us for the exam. And normally it comes every week and it's an online session, strictly online, no in-person for the modular. Is that okay? So we recommend that a lot. There are some students who sometimes combine both the normal tuition and modular for a specific subject, especially the level 3 students normally do that. They join the two together. Why not? It's just to ensure that they leave no stone unturned in ensuring that they have the full preparation towards the exam. And normally, when students do that, we normally have a package for them. And obviously, I will announce that maybe once we are done with the session. Is that clear? So take note of that. Students can have the privilege of joining both the tuition and the modular for as a combined session. There's no problem at all with that, especially for those who desire some level of intensity to be able to pass without any doubt. Exactly. Why not? It's obvious. You can choose that option also. So basically, that's for our modular. And we are glad to inform you that Yes, even though last sitting was a very difficult diet, specifically for some few subjects, I will mention the specific case of corporate reporting, where averagely performance was not the best across board because I don't know, but we'll have a special meeting for that. I announced that already, that those who are resitting corporate reporting will need to have a special forum to discuss the way forward. I have some important brainstorming session for you guys that we need to think through and plan specifically for the March exams. Exactly. So that will be another meeting. But above all, for strategic case study, financial, all the other papers, we've seen remarkable performance across board. And obviously for strategic case study, that is our capstone paper for most times now. And performance there has always been remarkable. Is that okay? Last sitting, we had a student, one of our students scoring 90 over 100. Is that okay? Obviously, that student would have been the most outstanding student, except that somebody also had 91 and had to look for that person who had the 91, and a gentleman far away in Cape Coast, exactly, no tuition, just did his own thing. Exactly, some intensive learning. And obviously, you know, sometimes our students will say that the person is young, he doesn't have anything to do. I think he's just done it with his national service. Exactly. So he's actually supporting one of my friends at the University of Education, Winnipeg. So one young chap was able to score 91. And I actually told his boss, who is my friend, that he should give him a warning because he has prevented us from taking our award. Is that okay? He has prevented us from receiving our award again for strategic case study in terms of being the outstanding student coming from Aspire again. Is that okay? Because one of our students had 90 and the young man had 91. Is that okay? But why not? Sometimes you cannot always win. But that notwithstanding, I must say that from the last diet, we're well able to be able to have over 199 students out of the pass list released by the Institute. What that means is that Aspire had over, or I should say, close to 200 chartered accountants from the last diet. An outstanding performance, and that clearly has been the trend with us. There has been no exam diet that we have not been able to achieve more than 50% of the national pass rate when it comes to those who qualify. We have achieved that consistently, and that has been our KPI in terms of performance. And we've done this again this sitting. And in case of you want to be aware, we have achieved 62% in terms of the pass rate on the final list released by the Institute for those who have qualified for membership. Is that clear? So that is so outstanding, and it has always been the trend that we're together. It's not in doubt. It's now part of our DNA. Passing or getting the best in terms of the largest number of students qualifying is just part of our DNA. It's just normal with Aspire. And I can tell you are here, and I can tell you are the right place. Exactly. So that is it. So that's for our tuition program. That's for our modular. And in almost every opening night, anytime we have an opportunity, we always want to discuss some of the innovative things that we have to support students, because the fact is that Aspire rely heavily on technology in delivering our tuition programs and making sure our students perform so well. So we are so reliant on the use of technology, very reliant on the use of technology. And it is very important that everybody get to adjust and be able to accommodate that change. And that is where the world is going. So we were able to introduce our computer-based exam platform in the last diet. We were able to use it for those who were doing the final revision program. So we launched it prior to the exam, and we're able to use it for our students who were actually doing the revision or intensive revision, normally what we call intervention program. And I could say the feedback was so great. So this time around, we have seen all the challenges, we have addressed it, and we are obviously going to use the CBE platform for both our students who are doing our tuition program and those who are actually registering or may register in future for intervention. So that is big news for everybody to be aware of, that our computer-based exam platform will now be available for all our students. Basically, those who are doing the tuition, those who are doing modular, and eventually those who will be doing our intervention, that is the intensive revision program, will also have the opportunity to use our CBE platform. And this was launched, and we are the only tuition provider that has launched a computer-based platform. Why? Because that is where the future is. Is that okay? The institute is expected to launch the new syllabus in January. We expect that to happen. January, obviously, the new syllabus will be launched. Once that happens, the next thing is for the institute to release new manuals for the next syllabus. And the next syllabus will be examined November 2024. So what it means is that tuition from July obviously has to start with the new syllabus. And once we have the new syllabus, which obviously has been on the table for now, the institute will gradually roll out a computer-based exams. Is that okay? They will gradually roll it out. It's not going to be instant, but it will be gradual. Expectation is that we start with level 1, move to level 2, then we go to level 3. Exactly. So that is the way forward. And we have taken that initially bold step to start getting our students to use computer-based platforms, exactly, to help them go through that examination process. And that's what we want to do, so that you are ready for the future. Exactly. And the future is now. It's just a matter of months. And obviously, the new syllabus will come in. And obviously, if the institute roll out the CBE platform, they will surely be doing something not very different, or not far different from what we are actually using for our CBE platform. And it was a really exciting adventure in the last exam, or the last preparation, where our students used the CBE platform towards their preparation. And we aim to do that, as I said, for both our tuition program, our modular program, and our intervention program. Once we have the opportunity, we are going to do that, exactly, so that everybody can enjoy this innovation, exactly. Then our final issue, obviously, is another big news again. We have launched an artificial intelligence platform. This one, all of you should clap for our SPA, because it's a big deal, I can tell you. No one has gotten to this extent, and we have brought this to bear. So, Mike, if you can share the slide for that. Okay, we have introduced an artificial intelligence platform within our mobile app, an AI platform within our mobile app. Mike, are you there? Kindly move to that screen for me. Okay, we have actually developed and about to implement, or we have already gone to implementation, and it's obviously going to be something that most of you will be excited to have. We have an AI in our app now. I hope you are with me. The picture somehow looks like my electronic version. Okay, it's not me, but that looks like my electronic version of Ellie, right? So it says, when was the last time you had a chat with Sigmund? Exactly. So Sigmund is our AI at Aspire, our artificial intelligence lecturer. Exactly. He is going to use that medium to reach out to you anytime. So if you have a question for me, don't bring it to me directly. Go to Sigmund, he'll give you the answer. Exactly. If you go to our app very soon, I'm sure it should be live by now. If not, in a matter of days, it should be live in the app. So if you go to the app, your interface, just look for Ask Sigmund. When you click on it, ask it any question and to give you an answer. Exactly. Just type there, summarize the requirement of IFRS 15 for me. Banya, it will give you your answer. Or tell me what we mean by, exactly, what do you call it? Prospective financial information review. That's advanced auditing. You put it in there to tell you about it. Or you tell me, okay, what is, what's the name of this topic? Or anything that you want, just put it in there. It will give you an answer. It's been built into our app, and we expect to move it to the next level by putting in the entire syllabus of every subject into the AI, whether it's man accounting, financial management. We'll put the entire syllabus into the AI. So immediately you ask it a question, intelligently, it will give you an answer in a minute. Not even a minute, in a second. That is where we've got into now. Exactly. AI is the way to go. So if you are not aware, for those of you that when they say computer, your heart is beating, I'm telling you, that is where the world is going to now. A time will come, I may not even be there to teach you. Computer will be the one giving you answers to questions. Because human beings over the years have developed patterns by which things are done. And once computers understand the pattern, they can give you the answer. You don't need the human interference. I believe I'm making sense. So basically, we have developed an AI tool in the app. It can answer any questions relating to anything you can ask. And obviously, if you ask it anything in relation to your syllabus or your topics that you want some challenges with, that you need clarification, it will give it to you instantly in the app. First time innovation, nowhere else than Aspire. I can tell you, you are at the right place. Are we together? So basically, Sigmund is ready, and I'm sure hopefully in the course of this week, you can be able to interact with him. Exactly. It's not me, but my AI version. Exactly. So on this note, based on the innovation we have given to you, I can tell you, you are spot for choice. You cannot choose to fail at Aspire because you are loaded. You are too loaded with so much driven by innovation and passion to ensure that you pass and pass well. So that is it. So these are the good news we have for you. And as a way of a brief announcement, exactly, we are going to do a 3 days training for all our students starting from tomorrow. So tomorrow, don't expect tuition. For most of you, we are not going to start lectures tomorrow. If I say I'm not going to start lectures, don't expect hardcore tuition from tomorrow. No. Everybody is going to be subjected to a technology training from tomorrow. We want everyone to understand Aspire from its technological perspective. Because most people just come onto our program and get so much agitated because they haven't taken time to understand our technology. So we are going to spend tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's all about helping our students or prospective students or students already registered to understand how things are done at Aspire. It's going to be an important session. Everybody will be subjected to that session. Exactly. For tuition tomorrow, that is the way to go. We are not going to have tuition tomorrow. No, it's going to be a training on technology. We are going to take you through our app, help you to navigate the app, show you the various things in there. You have already seen that we have a CBE platform. We'll take you through that. You've seen we have an AI platform. We'll take you through that. We'll help you to understand how to join our lectures via Zoom, because we obviously use a webinar to do that. Exactly how to use our app on the laptop, how to download the app, how to save videos, everything pertaining to what helps our students to stand out at Aspire. Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be dedicated for such training. Is that okay? And that is obviously a very intentional decision to ensure that everybody is well okay with our technology. And why am I saying this? If you go into our app now, after you register, is that clear? We have every lecture video from last night over there in the app. Somebody has registered now, he has paid, he has not even gone to even check the video for last sitting. Whatever I'll be teaching on strategic case study, assuming I'm teaching tomorrow, whatever I've done last night, I will be doing the same thing. Do a syllabus overview to tell you what the syllabus is about, the key things you need to watch out for, and all of that. That is already done. It was done last sitting, the same thing I'm going to do. So if you go into our app, you see it there, you play it, you can enjoy the session, see how the videos play, how you can be able to understand issues pertaining to the syllabus. So it is, I always say that at Aspire, no one restricts you from learning. It's always about you being able to go in there and take that bold initiative and be able to use the video to be able to gather good revision quickly before the time for exam, because the videos are there. Whatever will be taught this sitting has already been done already in the last sitting. The videos from day one to the last is already there as of now in the app. We have the materials ready. We can share that with you. So there's nobody now coming to tell you to start work. You should start your own thing before we come in to provide the needed guidance. Exactly. So we will do that for the first 3 days. That is tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, specifically for IT training to get everybody acquainted to use the app. You can begin watching the last sitting diet video, settling comfortably so that when we start, you are not hearing anything new. You are hearing things you have already watched from the app to help you improve. And when that happens, your questions that you'll be asking will be well thought through because you've already watched the video. You've gone to see what was there before we add on to it. And that is the challenge for most students. They don't just go back and watch what is in there. And they just come in to listen to fresh knowledge, obviously, because they don't think that what is there previously is necessary. No, you must go back for it. And we'll do that from tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be purely a technology meeting to help everybody understand how the IT strategy that we have at ASPA works for everybody. If you have any challenge, we'll address it, make everybody get everybody on board, then we take off together. Exactly. So that will mean that our first lecture, exactly, will be obviously starting from the 11th of December. So officially, our main business will start from 11th of December. So we'll start from 11th and take a break on 22nd. So we are going to have a 2 weeks intensive lecture before we break for the holidays. And it will start from the 11th to 22nd. 2 weeks intensive lecture from 11th of December to 22nd. And we expect modular to also do the same, have the same session, because modular is going to start also from the 15th. Exactly. So from 15th, that is next week, Friday, we'll start with modular. So 2 weeks intensive meeting before we take a break. Exactly. And then we resume on the 2nd of January. And as I said, lectures will end on the 18th of February. And obviously, when we meet in January, there will be no repetition of weekend or weekday class over the weekend. Please take note of that. Once we enter January, what is done on the weekday will be continued over on the weekend so that we can finish the syllabus. Everybody must prepare their mind towards that so that we can be able to finish in time and get everyone ready for the exams. So that is my special announcement. Now, if you have any questions, I will pause at this point and take your questions. Exactly. Right. So there are some people who have, somebody said, please, what will be the time for the training? Normally, the training will be in the evening. Exactly. So we'll start. Mike, what time will the training start? Are we looking at
6 p.m.
6 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Right. So from 6 p.m. tomorrow. So there will be 3 slots. If you don't mind, you can join the Monday one, the Tuesday one, on the Wednesday one. Exactly. So we'll do it for 3 days. Make sure that everybody is acquainted with what the systems we use at ASPA before we go into tuition, starting from the 11th of December. Exactly. So kindly take note of that. Somebody say, may I know if the lecture note alone is adequate for us to approach the exam, or we need additional? Normally, for this kind of question, I want you to deal with it case by case basis. Exactly. So it depends on the particular subject. Once the lecturer is teaching, you advise accordingly. Exactly. Somebody said, I've sat for case study, but unfortunately, I registered as a new student again. Can I switch to modular? Why not? It's allowed. You can do that. Will the training be for only students who have registered already? Yes, it is for students who have registered, but the video will be available. Exactly, for those who may want to join later. That's why we are spending the first 3 days. So as you register, you are part of it. If you register on Monday, by evening, you are part of the training. If you register on Tuesday, by evening, you are part of the training. Exactly. And then on Wednesday, you are also part. So when we do that training, everybody is left to navigate the app, because we will be sharing with you all the lecture notes that has been used for all the previous lectures. We'll give that to you. You see the videos, how the videos have been arranged and what you must be doing. Whether it is modular or normal tuition, we'll take you through the app so that you can see all the important videos that has been arranged there and the lecture materials that go with it, so that at the end of the day, you are very well prepared to use our software to learn in addition to the tuition that we'll be doing every week. Are we together? So kindly take note of that. Somebody said, is there a flexible payment? Then yes, we have arrangement for those who may want to do multiple subjects, but we don't have any payment arrangement for those who are doing single subject. If you are doing multiple subject, you could chat me privately. We can negotiate something on an individual or case-by-case basis, because we don't do a general, what do you call it, payment plan for all students. Everybody's case will be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. Exactly. So please, I deferred MA last sitting. Please add me. Why not? We can deal with that on a case-by-case basis. Please, what package is available for those who want to join both modular and regular? So as I said the other time, or as I said even now, those who register for modular and regular don't normally pay anything for intervention. That is the approach we normally have. Exactly. So if you register for tuition and you register for intervention, you don't pay for our final intervention class. Basically, you are fully on board for intervention for free. So kindly take note of that. Exactly. So that means that there will be no face-to-face lecture. No, there will be no lectures tomorrow. No face-to-face lectures tomorrow. Neither will there be online lectures starting from tomorrow. We are resorting to training. Everybody has to get on board and get the training needed on the use of our technology. And once we are done, as I said, we'll begin business from the 11th of December, where we shall run. And all the lectures in December will be strictly online. Kindly take note of that. Even though we are starting from 11th, every lecture all throughout December will be online. We want to save some energy to begin the year. So every lecture in December will be strictly online. So kindly take note of that. So even if we start from 11th, there will be no in-person class. Everything will be done online for the entire December. Once we get into January, we combine both the normal, the online, as well as the face-to-face. So kindly take note of that arrangement also. Exactly. So the portal hasn't been activated. How long does it take? Normally, once you do payment on the app, automatically you should have access to your what we call it, to your videos. It should be automatic. But where it doesn't come automatically, you can chat us privately, and with the confirmation of payment, we can activate the app for you. Exactly. What is the procedure for registration? You can chat me and I'll give you that information. Please, I'm taking all of the 3 papers. I hope the lectures won't be clashing. No, there will be no lecture clashing. Please, everything has been properly ordered. So no lectures for each level or for a specific level will ever clash. Exactly. So kindly take note of that. So there are some few hands up that I want to take quickly, and then we can move on. So let me quickly, those who have raised your hands, I can quickly take your questions, and then so that we can answer. So let me see. So please, let's be orderly. If I don't mention your name, please don't ask a question. Let's be orderly. I call you before you speak. If you do so, I wouldn't admit you. So I will call persons and they don't unmute yourself. Please, let's be orderly. Exactly. So I will take the first person. Ebenezer, if you are there, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes. Hello, Ellie. Good evening.
Good evening, Ebenezer.
Yes, I want to get a copy of your advanced tax for level 3.
Okay.
But I checked your bookstore and I see about 3 books. I want to know which one is recommended for level 3 examination. I see.
Okay, so the books we have there, we have CIT books there. I'm sure that's what you were looking at.
Yes, well, I see taxation in Ghana, level 3.
So the taxation in Ghana is the book for ICA level 3.
Okay.
So that's the one specifically recommended for ICA level 3. Okay.
Okay. So if I want to secure a copy, I should just do it online.
Just place an order, pay online, and the secretary will deliver to you.
But do you have past questions in addition to this one?
Most times the past questions are in the app. We have it in the app.
No, I'm talking about how do you call it?
You know, a book on past questions.
We have this.
No, we don't have that. We don't have that. So the book that you have for advanced tax has questions in it. Are we together?
Okay.
So it's both a manual and a question of revision.
Question bank. That's what I wanted to ask. Question bank.
So there are questions in there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ebenezer. Then we have Richard Kwayeboa. Richard, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Please, question. Yeah, is that you said if you register on the regular or modular, you'll be exempted for intervention, paying
Yes.
for intervention.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I just want you to confirm that.
Yeah. So what we said is that if you register for both tuition
modular
and
fee, like
intervention, that means you register for tuition and intervention for a specific subject. You are not going to pay anything for intervention.
okay.
Yeah.
Tuition and modular.
Yeah,
And the
tuition
modular.
and modular. Please take note of that. Students always confuse that. If you register for the two, that is tuition and modular, you don't pay for intervention.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much. We have Kwamina, any question?
Yes. I'm right. I'm taking the level 3, but would like to write only 2 papers for March.
Okay.
What are your recommendations for the best combination?
The best combination for somebody attempting level 3, there are 2 options that I'll always recommend. Number 1, you can do your advanced audit and advanced tax. That's one combination that sometimes works. Another combination is to do your corporate reporting and your advanced auditing. Because if I'll recommend that for those who have never written FR before, I hope you are getting about, because you need some of the IFRS knowledge to deal with the advanced audit. So sometimes I recommend CR or corporate reporting and advanced audit to go together. Exactly. Or alternatively, you can look at auditing and advanced tax, which are usually the more easier papers at the level 3. Because the most difficult papers at level 3 is strategic case study and corporate reporting. Those are the 2 capstone papers. For auditing and advanced tax, they are a bit, I will not say easy, but the level of difficulty cannot be compared with those other 2 papers. That means the demand of work required is more heavier for CR and strategic case study. So normally, some students will combine auditing and CR for the first session, and then combine strategic case study and advanced tax for the second window. That's an option. Some also combine auditing and CR because of the IFRS gap. They combine auditing and CR for the first one, and then later they combine the case study and the tax in the second score. Exactly. So why not? So the choice is yours. So look at yourself well. Know whether your knowledge on IFRS is very good, especially if you have written or you have not written FR before. You should be mindful of your gap and make sure you align it carefully. Is that okay, Kwamina? So that is it. So let me see who else. Maybe any question?
Good evening. Please, I wanted to ask. I actually registered for the FR, but I didn't write it.
Okay.
And I'm asking if I'm registering again. I want to learn it at my own pace. Do I register at a modular or?
So you didn't write that paper at all?
No, I didn't write it at all. But at least the small videos I watched was a bit understood it.
So if you register for tuition again, it will be more or less the same issues all over.
Yes.
So you can go for the modular. Okay. I hope you are getting the point. What will happen is that when you go for the modular, you get access to the videos of the last diet.
Please, including what's the name of the Adams videos?
Yes, you get every video that we did last night. Is that okay? To use for revision. Then every week we meet to practice questions.
Okay, thank you.
That's the modular, yeah. So why not? That could be workable, right? Thank you, Mavis. Then we have Evans watch. Is it Becher or something? Evans, if you have a question, why not ask? Evans is not ready. We have Abraham. Abraham, your question.
Abraham. Yes, Prof. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I wanted to begin by asking my colleagues to put their hands together for Aspire team, for at least introduction of the artificial intelligence bit.
Yes.
The question I wanted to ask is if that particular arrangement helps in solving practical questions.
If it helps in solving practical questions.
Yes.
Not
theory.
if your definition of practical question is like solving it, they're not
Yes.
yet. But
Not
practical question, as in asking it a practical theory question, yes, it will outline it for you.
Yeah.
It will also be able to outline in theory the process you should follow. So, for example, I did a test yesterday and asked it to that, okay, I have a firm and I need to recognize revenue. What should I do? It actually stated the procedure as outlined by IFRS 15 and what you are supposed to do at every stage. Okay, so you now translate that theory into your practical because the explanation is very detailed.
Yeah. So you don't go and dump your question on it, especially maybe, for example, somebody is solving a question on investment appraisal and he cannot solve the question and you go and dump it in there. You don't expect him to solve your question for you in that manner, exactly. If you need clarification,
or someone will put his console question.
Yeah, you go and put your console question there and say the AI should balance it for you. I don't think that's what we are. We may get there. It's just a matter of time. You don't go and dump your console on it and say, this console, you have to do it for me by
So, Prof, basically, it means it is not there yet, right?
No, we haven't gotten there yet. But it's going to be, the AI is already in the app. It should be active in the matter of days. Yeah, so for now, we are gradually going to get it to answer questions on a basic thing that you ask it, exactly. It gives you defined questions on issues that is in relation to knowledge, which is theoretical, exactly. But if you want it to solve a question for you, like our financial accounting questions, I hope you are getting the point. Corporate reporting, that one, I don't think it has capacity to do that. Is that okay? Yeah. So when
Okay,
it doesn't have it yet.
Yeah,
but
so
it's an
maybe
AI. It learns.
Yeah, Mike. So maybe during the training program, you can actually demonstrate it for them. Is that okay? And maybe give it some questions and see how it will answer it for them, so that maybe they have an idea of what we are talking about. Is that okay? So during the training session.
Okay.
So anytime you are there, there's something bothering you on a particular principle, you want to understand the difference between this and that, or why is this like this? That's the kind of questions we are talking about. I hope they are getting the point. I will train you guys later to know how to put questions across to it. Is that I'll do that for you guys, so that you don't go and be asking some non-fact questions that need. Let me not go there. So you later will deal with it.
Thank you, Ellie.
Somebody will wake up in the morning and say, Sigmund, how old is my mother? You see, I know some of you will do those kind of things.
Hello.
Yes, Eben, any questions?
Oh, yes, just a quick comment. I'm sure if you want to ask IFRS questions, you can go there and ask.
Oh, yes.
Right?
If you ask it IFRS, it will give you an answer. For example, if you ask it to tell you all the various requirements in testing for impairment for financial instrument, it will give you the detail. Or you ask it that help me understand the difference between short-term employment benefit and long-term employment benefit in line with IAS 19. It will help you with the answer. Or if you are doing auditing and you say, help me understand the difference between, what do you call it, evidence and procedure when it comes to advanced auditing, it can help you with an answer. What is the difference between, what's the name, order matter paragraph in an audit report and maybe emphasis of the matter? It will tell you what it is. So you should know what to go and ask it. I hope you are getting it. Not just any veranda question. Is that okay? You need to ask it a technical question to give you an answer. And as I said, I'll do the demonstration for you guys to see so that you appreciate the innovation we are talking about. Yeah. Right. So let's go on to some other hands. Ruby, any question?
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening.
Good evening,
I
Ruby.
wanted to find out if you register for the modular, will you have access to the normal lecture videos?
Yes, you have it. You have it there. So once you register for modular, all the lecture videos
For the
that
previous lecture
the
video.
previous sitting, I always have to emphasize that. Some people register for modular and said, this sitting video, we want it. No, you didn't register for this sitting tuition. You registered for modular, so you have access to the last sitting videos of all, because the assumption is that those who are doing modular are those who sat the paper in the recent exam, is that, or the last tuition. So they would obviously need the previous diet videos to re-emphasize whatever they've learned in the last diet, and then top it up with weekly revision. I hope you are getting a point. But some of the students, when it happens like that, then they start fighting that, oh, I want to join the current diet tuition. It is not possible. I hope you are getting a point. They are all different programs, and they are all expected to meet different needs. I hope you are with me. Yeah. So please.
Yes, sir. And I also want to appeal, if registering for both, you can give a discount in addition to the intervention.
It will be considered. Because what it means is that if you are registering for CR, exactly, modular and as well as tuition, that means you are paying something in the region, because it's even 2 papers, right? So you are paying something in the region of around what's the name, almost 1,000 cedi, right? Which is that the benefit you are going to enjoy is that you're going to get a free intervention. I hope you are getting. But if you want further discount, maybe we can think through and see what we can do. Is that okay? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Edward, any question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I think there are 2 Edward. Edward Adoko, right?
Yes, Edward Adoko, sir.
Go ahead.
All right. Sir, please, thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
I think I must recommend as far. Last sitting, I registered for intervention for MA and then advanced taxation. That was my paper left for my examination.
Okay.
And unfortunately, MA, even though doing the intervention, I knew we had been prepared enough. I thought there could be a done deal for me, but still didn't go well. But I passed the advanced taxation. So as it stands, I only have MA to go. And MA is really troubling me. But sir, you made mention that before you join.
Come again, you said? Oh, I don't know whether you muted yourself or he dropped off. Edward, you can come back again. Edward went off. Okay, let's take another person. Junior, if you are there, you can ask your question.
Hello, sir. Thank you.
Your voice sounds far away.
Yes, sir. So my question is that I'm far away from Accra, and I want to join Accra.
Yeah.
If I want to join, which of them would be good for me? Whether the modular, the tuition, or the intervention, which one would you recommend for me to join? Since I'm far away from Accra.
So if you are far away from Accra, I think the best option is to go for your normal tuition, which is online. I hope you are with me, because every lecture is online. But when it comes to the main tuition, we also have an in-person option. I hope you are getting a point. So you are in class whilst the lecture is also live on Zoom for those who are online. I hope you are getting it. So the lectures run concurrently. Even though you are seated in class, the lecture is live on Zoom at the same time. So that anybody anywhere around the country can join the lecture and have the same feel as if they were there physically. Okay, so if you are not in Accra, online should be the best for you for our normal tuition program, especially if you are doing it or you are attending for the particular paper for the first time. Yeah, so that should be fine. Okay. Yeah.
My last question. I wanted to know, I have only public sector to write in part 2, but can I write half of the part 3 in addition to the part the public sector if I want to do so?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. So normally, I have a lot of people having that particular question. So if you have maybe one paper in level 2 and you want to write the final level, you can do that. Just that financially is not going to be easy because you'll be writing that paper and registering for all, because the institute will not allow you to register for only 2 papers. No, they will require you to pay for all the 4 papers at the final level. So what most students do is that even though, yes, they want to write PSA or maybe 1 paper in level 2, which is the only paper they have in addition to the final level papers, they pay for the PSA and pay for all the 4 papers in the final level, exactly, for the exam purpose. But when it comes to tuition, they strategize not to do all the subjects. Maybe they can focus on 3 out of the 4 papers in the final level and add it to the PSA so that they can be able to write the 4 papers. But as I said, the institute will require you to still pay for all the 4 papers, even though you may not be ready to write all 4. So please, that is the challenge that students have when it comes to that. Exactly. But I'm hoping that in future, the institute will make a change to that particular policy so that people can actually be able to take advantage of that option. Exactly. Right. So we can have some other hands. So thank you, Junior, for your question. We have Courage. Courage, any question? Courage, any question? If Courage is not ready, we have Yao Apia Kubi. Yes, Courage, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Good
Go
evening,
ahead.
and thanks for the good work.
Yes.
Yeah, please, it's more or less a follow-up to almost everything that has been asked. And then
Okay.
from what I've heard you say so far, it's like I'm inferring that if I register for some particular subjects for a sitting, and I don't write, and then I want to write them for during the next sitting, I won't have access to those particular videos in the app during that sitting unless I register for those particular subjects again. Please, am I right?
Yeah, so once you are registering for a particular diet, the expectation is that you are registering to go through the tuition to write the exam, true of us. So if you decided not to write the exam, basically you can blame that on us, true of us. Because our expectation is that you are being prepared to write an exam. For example, if you are registering now with the institute to write a particular exam, whether you write the exam or not, it's not the institute's fault. They may take you absent, true of us. So that is it. So where students have that challenge, maybe you've registered for tuition, you went through the program, but you have decided, not we deciding for you, you have decided not to write the exam, then basically you have forfeited that tuition. And we give normally 2 weeks for deferment. And I must repeat this. If you are intending to defer a particular subject to the next diet, we have that opportunity 2 weeks into the exam, into the tuition. So if it's 2 weeks into the tuition and you say, you know what, there are certain issues, so I don't want to write the exam, you have the opportunity to defer. But you cannot be part of the tuition and join all the various whatever we have available. And then 1 week to exam, then you say, me, I won't write. I want to defer. I don't think you are being fair to us or you're fair to yourself. So basically, we will not allow you to defer. And the assumption is that if you don't write the paper, you come back and register as a student afresh, or you may go for the modular, which is a bit discounted and is mainly for tuition or kind of a revision. I hope you are getting the point. So that is why we normally have that arranged. Is it okay with you now? Karen,
yeah, it's quite okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you want to defer, we don't have a problem. 2 weeks after the start of tuition, you can defer that. Even though I'm registered for this subject, I don't intend to write the exam. So kindly defer me to the next time. Why not? We'll have an arrangement to put you into the next time. But where you have now enjoyed the program as if you are part of the tuition, then 1 week to exam, then you say, me, I'm not writing. If you're not writing, what does that mean to us? You have enjoyed the whole tuition program. So do you want us to now carry on whatever you have exhausted into the next time? That is clearly irrational. I hope you are getting it. So we will not tolerate that. And a lot of students have that challenge. So some people feel that once I've registered for this diet, I should have access to the app, I should have access to everything forever. Who does that? Who pays the bills? Because all that we have on the app is paid for. I hope you are getting the point. So we will not allow what I'll call unlimited access to whatever is on the app. Never. It's not possible. Exactly. Each registration is for a diet and for a particular exam. If you write the exam, fair enough. If you are not being able to write the exam, you may subject yourself to coming in for the tuition all over, or maybe go for the modular, which is kind of a revision program, but well targeted towards the exam also. Are we clear? Right. So thank you, Courage, for your question.
That's fine.
Very good. So let's go to another person. Yofi, any question? Yofi, any question?
Yes. Sigmund, I'm new to Aspire, and so far I'm enjoying the conversation. I just want clarification. I think people have asked a number of questions on that line, but it's for my own purpose. So if I understand, there are three, let's say, models you run. We have the tuition, we have the modular, and then we have the intervention.
Very good.
You are permitted to run the modular and then the tuition at the same time. You can do both.
You can do both, yes. Because the time for the normal tuition is different from the time for the modular. I hope you are getting it. And the modular is a practice session for solving questions. I hope you are getting it. So if you are somebody doing the paper for the first time, you can go for tuition. Because what happens is that with the tuition, you are taught everything afresh. And once you are taught afresh, we also give you an opportunity to solve questions together. I hope you are making sense there. But if you are somebody visiting, then you may want to not go through the lecture all over again and want to rather depend on the videos to revise the tuition. I hope you are getting it. So if you are doing modular, your job is to use the tuition videos to practice the technical issues, the basic issues. Then every week you meet to solve questions to help you remind yourself of some of the key issues that you've already learned. I hope you are getting the point. So that's what we are saying, that somebody may want to choose both. He has registered for tuition to understand the basics, solve questions, but want to top up with a modular session, which is obviously question or targeting specific questions weekly. It's not a problem at all. I hope you are getting the point. And the third program, which is called the intervention, is not compulsory, I must say. It's an intensive revision session done prior to the exam. And normally it's done for 2 weeks. Intensive, I must say. Intensive revision session targeted towards the exam. I hope you are getting that. So these are the three options we have. You have the tuition, normal tuition, go in for it, help you understand the basic understanding of the syllabus of the particular subject, get you to solve questions weekly, in addition to the understanding of the subject. Then we have the modular, where you are expected to go take your own videos and practice the knowledge. And then beyond that, meet weekly to solve questions. That's the modular. Then we have the intervention, which is normally done 3 weeks to the exam. Are we together? But an intensive session, exactly, to drive some specific understanding towards the exam. So that is a different program, exactly. So that is how things are done. And I'm sure you also have answered.
To a very large extent, yeah. But so it's my last question is about the payments.
Yes.
Okay. So you pay for the intervention from now or as you draw near to the exam?
You pay for intervention as you draw near to the exam.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so it is a program that will be done obviously later part of February, like last week of February into the first week of March. So when that time comes, exactly, opportunity will be given for those who are interested to register for that particular revision program. Are we clear? Yeah.
Yeah, very clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. So we have Corte. There's Corte. The questions, the people sounds are plenty.
We mentioned my name though.
Yeah, Yao Piakubi. I think I earlier
Yes,
on asked
okay.
you. Yao, is that okay?
Yeah.
So
So
you can go ahead. Yes.
okay.
Hello, good
So I am Sigmund, can I talk?
Yeah, talk, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So I am new to ASPA and I'm on the level 1. I'm now
Yes.
about to start the level 1. I wanted to find out, I saw that in the level 1 there are about, I think, 5 papers, if I'm right.
Oh, it's 4 papers.
Four papers. Okay, that's fine. So I would want to find out, I paid for the financial analysis. I mean, as time goes on, and I decide to pay for the others, I mean, in a shorter time, would I have to wait for the next section to get access to those particular tutorials? I
Okay,
wanted
so I
clarification on
think
that.
let me get your let me help you with that question. So, for example, right, somebody decides that I've registered for a paper, one paper now, I enjoy the tuition. Exactly. Then later on, he decides to add an extra paper. Is that not it? In doing so, you go into the app, add the subject, pay for it instantly, and you get automatic access to that subject in the app. Now, the good news is that all the lectures that has already passed, the videos will be there for you. I hope you are getting it. So your
Yes,
job is
please.
to quickly watch those videos, come on board, get on track, watch the videos, and get yourself ready for the next class. Because the lectures will be weekly. So if they have already done 3 lectures or 4 lectures, and you are now coming to join, you must make sure that within the week, you clear all those previous lectures, get yourself ready before you join the next class. Is that fair?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, yeah. Right. So that's why I normally tell students, somebody will call you and say, sir, I don't have money now. I want to pay on the 22nd, but I want to join now. Please, we don't do that. You cannot join our tuition program on credit. It doesn't make sense to me at all. If you are expecting the money on 22nd, wait and register on 22nd. By the time it's 22nd, you register, you get access to the videos, you catch up and then join the lecture. We cannot manage such a situation where somebody will say, I want to join the lecture and pay on the 15th, 20th. It doesn't make sense. Why? Because all the videos are recorded for every session. So when you pay, you have automatic access so that you get yourself ready for the next class. Your job is to go back, watch the video, put yourself in that seriousness mood, and get yourself acquainted to the issues before the next lecture. So that once you join subsequently, you are on course. You are at the same pace as those who have already joined the program. Is that okay? So it doesn't matter when you join. Somebody can even join in January. Once he's diligent, you go watch the video, put himself in the mood of learning, and get on track with those who have already joined in December. And it may even be better than those who joined in December because you may be more serious than them because they may have joined, so may assume that they already know what they have already learned. So I don't really see the challenge at all. If you are serious, you obviously get things right all the time. Exactly. So that is it. It's not by force. Just wait. The time the money is ready, you pay and join. Go back, take all the video, watch it, and join the class and continue with your life. That's all. Simple as that. Exactly. Right. So let's take some more questions. Maybe 5 more, and then we shut down. Is Michael Frimpong Manso, right?
Yes, please, Ellie.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask, you mentioned during your presentation that there will be a break from 22nd December. I want to know when we will resume.
I will actually emphasize those things very soon.
Okay,
exactly.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
make sure I emphasize the program again in the next 5 minutes. I will do that so that everybody, maybe those things that I've already said, I'll re-emphasize them, and then we shut down. So let me take 3 more hands, and then we can.
Ellie, Boachi's hand is up.
Boachi, any question or any suggestion? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Boachi.
Thanks for the opportunity, though. But I was actually laughing when I heard one of my brothers talking about solving practical questions on the AI. That is very serious.
They want to go and put console on the head of the AI.
maybe you want to solve publication on the AI.
Don't mind. You want the console to publish, do publication for you know, it doesn't work like that.
So I think what I wanted to ask about has been answered, but I want to still add something to my modular people.
Okay.
What I want to add is normally modular has become more or less like solving questions which is straight towards the exams for us. So I'll advise my people that at Aspire, when you register, you have all the last diet videos, including even the modular that we did.
Yeah.
I mean, when you register for modular, you have all the last diet videos, including the modular we did. So I will, yeah, so this one, I'm only pleading with them that at least go through the videos. From now, I think we have about 2 weeks or 1 week to start the modular. They should go through the videos, get the principle, because sometimes if you are teaching and you see some of the questions students are asking, it's more or less like they've not been in class.
If you don't have patience, you can even blow out of proportion. And
so
even
sometimes
recently somebody said
all the standard.
Somebody said that early, or I think they said one of the lecturers insulted them. Why did they say that? They said the lecturer said that the person does not deserve to be in a modular class. It's all because the question the person asked was maybe too much below the belt. So that question maybe have provoked the lecturer to say, who can modular from one? So I'm sure once that question is asked, the person will get offended. Why should you ask? No, because you see, there are some things that if you are the one lecturing, you will have challenges. That there are some basic issues that you expect the person to know. Is that not? If you don't know, better go and join the tuition and get that. If tuition, you can ask me any foolish question, I'll answer you. But when we are doing modular and you go and ask me some below the belt question, I'll give you above the belt answer. Okay, so Kylie, so that's why from now till January, I beg you, don't go and enjoy yourself, because Charlie, the syllabus is about to change. And if you want to get this thing out of the way, register early, sit down, get the video, Charlie, clear some of the outstandings, so that by the time we enter January, when I will be very hyper, because by January, the kind of pressure I will be hitting you with, it will be serious. So if you don't clear your outstandings, watch some of the videos and get some of the basics, and we go into the hyper mood, you start running away, you start getting up, you start panicking, because your basics are not good. How they are getting up. And you see, it's not we, but the institute has made the time very short. And we cannot force it, but make sure that you must also do some part, play some part to help the process. But when you don't play that part, it will become a problem. I hope they are getting up. So this is a very difficult thing to teach. Make sure we bring those who are slow and those who are fast all at the same time. It's not easy. So if you want to help, it's good. That's why we are going to spend, in the earlier announcement we made, we shall be spending this week exactly to get everybody acquainted with the app. Show you where the videos are and where they have been arranged. Give you all the materials that are associated with the videos in the app for you to start somewhere over there. So that when we meet next week, because as I've already said, this week there's no actually going to be any lecture. No, nobody's coming to waste time to come and be discussing syllabus with you when already in the app there's a video that has already dealt with the entire syllabus. Introduction of the syllabus, all those basic things, they're already in the app. So when you go to that, everything is there. Nobody's coming to waste time to do that. No. Spend time, go in there, navigate the app, pick up those videos, watch it, see what is happening there, so that when we start lecture, you can come on board comfortable and not be struggling to catch up. That's the way forward. So we are saying that this week, we are spending the first 3 days of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to get everybody acquainted with our mobile app, how to join lectures, how to use our CB to write a mock, how to use the AI, all those things will be done so that everybody is well acquainted with our processes. So that the next week from 11th, we are starting lectures. And as I said, we are taking it from 11th to 22nd, intensive, 2 weeks, and then we go on break and resume on the 3rd. Is that it? Is that not it? Yeah, we'll resume on the what? In January, I think that will be on the 2nd, right? So the 2nd of January, we'll resume. So for December, we have lectures from what? From 11th to 22nd. 2 weeks non-stop, fire for fire. Then we'll break and begin from 2nd of January to what? 18th of February, we should be done with the entire syllabus for the normal tuition. For revision also, that's modular, we should be done with almost everything that is needed to be done. So that is our program for this particular date. I think I've said enough.
Hello?
Yeah, so.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, sorry, Ellie.
Yes?
Sorry. You gave me a chance to ask my question earlier, and then you skipped to somebody else. So yeah. I just want to find out if somebody had written before, but perhaps the basics of some concepts are not very strong. What would be your genuine advice? To join the regular tuition or to do modular?
You see, the normal tuition is tailored to get you the basics and solve questions at the same time. So I always advise, if you have failed the paper, I hope you are getting a point, or you have some basic and you think you are not very sharp, joining the normal tuition does not spoil anything. Because, for example, for those who join the normal tuition, for example, if you are doing financial reporting, I even make sure that every week, my teaching assistant take you every week, specifically the normal class. So you are even going to get extra revision from me, from one of my teaching assistants. Every week you will get that. I hope you are getting the point. But when you are doing modular is such that we assume you know certain things. So we are solving questions which are a bit more difficult. I hope I'm making sense there. So those questions, if we are dealing with them, you are a reciter. You've gone and written the exam before. So if I put the question to you, my expectation is that, okay, this question, at least you should have some understanding as to what you even say, how to go about it. But when we put the question across and you are on ground zero, then that one I have to tell you, please go back to normal class. I hope you are getting the point. We don't expect that when the question is put in a modular class, the student is from ground zero. He's just watching the board as if this is something new to him. No, that means that you are clearly not having some basics. So go back to the normal class, get the foundation right. I hope you are getting the point. Do the regular question solving weekly. I hope you are getting the point. And then you should be fine. I hope I've answered you well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So it's all about making the right choice. Sometimes some students, because the modular is cheaper than the normal tuition, due to economic reasons, people who should not go for modular still go for modular. Because they think that the modular is a bit cheaper than the normal class. And then forgetting that by going for the modular, you must make a decision to go to the app, pick the video, and do your practical revision of the basic before coming in to solve the question. And that is where the gap is. And we want
in fact,
to
the economic reason actually happens.
Yes, it's the economic reason. They think that, oh, some modular there is 20% discount of the normal tuition. Then you come to class and be asking below the belt question.
Ellie, we are
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
please, I joined a bit later, and at the time I joined, it seems I heard you saying if you join the modular and then the regular, you won't pay for intervention again.
Yes.
I have registered for the modular for SCS and then the regular for CR.
Yes. No. We are saying that if you register for modular and tuition for a specific paper, do you understand? Not that you register for modular for CR, normal tuition for case study. So you are no. You are registering for a particular paper, both modular and tuition. People go for
I also want to pass the honest.
Yeah.
No. I just want to be sure because that's what I've already registered.
No, it's good. It's good we are explaining this because somebody may take it out of context. It's good you are asking that question. So I don't have a problem with you at all. I'm only because somebody will take me out of context. I know very well. I know the kind of students we have.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Alas.
Hello, Ellie. Please, I have one.
My technical team says that my time is up. Maybe it's any question.
Please, Ellie, I get you, but I want to plea for your earlier submission on getting the money early. So what if you have some but you want to pay and you know maybe on this specific gate you get the rest, would you still consider? Because looking at the time this diet is taken, if you don't take time, by the time you get to
the problem is that people are budgeted for Christmas. They budgeted for enjoyment whilst deferring, whilst trying to make provision for tuition.
Get you, by this time you have to consider some of us. I'll chat backstage.
Well. So you see, the way we are entering December, some people want to use IAS 37 for their tuition fees. They want to make provision in our books whilst they go and enjoy and come. No. So if you want to go and enjoy, just use the money and go and enjoy. We are there. When you are finished and you finish looking for your money, then come and pay and join. When you join, you get the video and catch up. It's not by force. Don't come and be giving pressure. Some people will be chatting, say, can I pay 200? No. You see, the time is not even there for such things. By now, I should be preparing my lecture note, trying to make relevant research done, not to come be managing liabilities. It doesn't help. I hope they are getting a point. So bear me out, like help me to be also have time for more important things. Are we together? So I'll recommend that extensively. Okay, right. So my technical team says time is up. I should shut down. I don't know, but maybe I'm tempted. Mike, can I take 2 more questions and then we move? So I do the summary and then we shut down.
Permission granted.
Okay, so let me take 2 more hands and then I will do the summary and then we close. Daniel and then Susie, let me take 2 of you and then I can shut down. So Daniel, any question?
Yes, Ellie, thank you for the opportunity. So I want to find out whether you have a system where students are able to give feedback on how they fare with your facilitators, okay? So that it also inform who comes in at any time to deliver on the lectures. I don't know if
we have that in place. We have that in place. And I had some feedback on some lecturers. Is that okay? We had some feedback on some lecturers, and we have actually, you see, there are 2 options. If the feedback is outrightly bad, we drop the lecture for that particular subject. Exactly. But if the feedback is something we could manage, we counsel the lecturer to deal with that aspect. Exactly. Okay, so it's something we've done. And I think at the end of the last night, some feedback came, especially on some of our subjects. And then it came in the area of our teaching assistant, not the main tuition. For our main lecturers, the only feedback I got was somebody saying that one of the lecture is too fast, or the lecture should slow down. That's not a technical problem. You see, if you get the video after the class, you can even slow it down and move it fast. So what is the point? Saying that the lecture is too fast, he's talking too fast. Exactly. So it's all
because sometimes you do a bit of the absorption during the lecture, and then when you go back to the video, so that you don't spend so much time on the video. So
we'll manage all expectations.
Yeah.
We'll manage that, exactly. But where the feedback is that the lecture or that particular teaching assistant is not good for that paper, it's a serious matter. We normally will investigate it and then take appropriate action. Exactly. But I don't think there's any feedback concerning me per se, whether I'm not.
No, for you, I don't think so. Not at all.
I don't think.
The only feedback is that for CR, you go very fast.
No, some people say I move very fast for CR. It's all because if you are not very, you see, sometimes the way I deliver CR, the expectation I have is that you should have some basics, especially financial reporting. So when you don't have that, and we are running, and some people say when I'm teaching the standard, it's like as if I'm singing a song. It's like I don't. Some people want you to be taking the standard letter by letter. So those feedback I normally take it. So sometimes I'm a bit slow. I take it one after the other. Then some of the students will say, "Sir, this one you are too slow." It's all manner of feedback. So sometimes you want to meet everybody expectation. Some people say you are too slow. Some say, "Please hurry up so that we can finish the syllabus." It's all manner of expectation. I hope they are getting the point. So we'll try our best and meet all expectations, okay? Gideon, you have the last floor and then we move on. Gideon. Hello, Gideon. Any question from Gideon? Okay, so I think.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. My line dropped, so I couldn't hear you well on the meeting days. I registered for advanced tax and then advanced audit.
Okay, so let me just speak to those issues and then we can close. So what we are saying is that, for example, we are saying that this week, actually, we are going to have 3 days intensive training on our technology, making sure everybody gets to appreciate, navigate the kind of technology we use, and make sure we are so acquainted to make sure we don't have any challenges when we move into full year. Exactly. So we expect that from the 11th, that is next week, Monday, we start business. We start serious tuition. So if you are doing tax, obviously next week, Wednesday, will be your first main meeting with the lecturer. And I hope you would have watched the videos and get some issues well before you join that meeting, so that we can all flow along as the discussions are being done. Monday next week, I'll be taking strategic case study, solid presentation. My expectation is that my students in coming on to listen to me have watched the videos of what I did last sitting, especially the introduction, so that when we are having the discussion, you are not at a loss as to what I'm talking about. I believe I'm making sense. So next week is officially when we'll start our tuition. And as I said, Monday, that's 11th of December, our tuition program will start. And then we will take a break by 22nd. And then once we take that break, we'll resume on the 2nd of January. Exactly. And once we resume on 2nd of January, we'll go with the normal arrangement where we shall have the weekday and the weekend lectures. And that will be both in person and online at the same time. So kindly take note of that. So for December, all we are doing is online lectures from 11th to 22nd. Intensive before we go on a break. And once we resume on the 2nd, we follow the normal drill of having lectures on both weekend and weekday, online and in person, at the hockey stadium for the weekday, and then the weekend at the Kwabenya, that is the Aspar Plaza. So what basically that is the arrangement we have. So I'm sure once we are all clear, we can close on that. So we have the regular tuition, the modular, which we have discussed the programs. So modular will start from the 15th, that is next week, Friday. Modular should start, exactly. And then I promise that we shall be having a meeting for those who are writing corporate reporting. I will do the announcement on that on our pages very soon. It should also happen in the course of next week, exactly. So kindly take note of that. So those who are writing CR, the receipters especially, I have a special announcement for you and a special discussion or brainstorming session for our corporate reporting students. So please take note of that. We'll do that meeting before we start the modular lectures next week, Friday. Exactly. So kindly take note of that. So on the basis of that, I think we are fine. Some people ask several questions in the inbox. Some have not been able to deal with or deal with it. But if you have any questions, you can quickly chat me on WhatsApp. I will deal with them. Exactly. So don't worry. I will deal with them. So please just chat me on WhatsApp. I'll quickly respond to you. If not, this lecture or this session will go too late into the evening. And this meeting will be recorded or has been recorded and will be shared with you on our YouTube page. And that will be shared also. So you can play back if there are some things that you haven't heard or you couldn't hear. Please don't worry. The video will be shared with you, hopefully by tomorrow morning. Exactly. So that you can play back and catch it up. So thank you all. And I wish you all the best. See you in our next lecture. Bye-bye. Mike, are we fine?
Yes, Ali, we are fine.
Right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much.